I'm gonna come in here in this little thing, and you'll see me down in the little studio window. I'll be doing all kinds of shit. You guys are gonna be trying to keep a straight face, and I'm gonna be like zigzagging back and front with all kinds of like. I'm not gonna tell you with what's gonna happen.
Perfect.
Welcome to our 100th episode of Cast Strength, guys.
Yay! Just as organized as ever.
While Dan was zigging and zagging, I was hitting start.
Not nearly drunk enough for this yet. I got to get some whiskey in me. And since it's the 100th episode, I'm going with my infinity bottle to start.
Nice.
Oh, all right. Okay. This is my infinite. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for the famed October 2018 infinity bottle that I bottled because multiple people guessed that this was some type of compass box, and it's my fucking infinity bottle. So I was like, oh, bottling this up right away.
Nice.
And I do know what's in here, but not offhand. It says See Journal for October 2018. So I would have to check out the journal to see what's in here. I hope. Oh my God.
Nobody knows. Nobody can know. Secrets.
I don't have anything quite so fancy because I also don't want to have large pores because we're going to be doing this again in like.
We'll have a couple of hours to like carb load.
Yeah, you got time to drink water and eat food in between.
Wait. What do you mean again? I thought we were just going to continue in perpetuum.
Well, in that case, we'll have a slight break, a snack break in the middle.
Snack break.
Oh, in that case, thanks for joining us, guys. It's been 100 episodes.
I can't believe that people still. We got 9 people watching. That's seriously 8 more than I would have thought would still be hanging around
Crazy.
after 100 episodes. But I've always said you're getting quality over quantity at Cast Strength in all areas of this show, from viewers to.
I mean, you never said what kind of quality, so I'm not going to disagree with you. Like,
fair.
Simply can.
Fair.
You know,
very
like
specifically worded.
Yep.
I mean, I'm only quantity, so.
Strangely enough, you are the opposite of.
Actually,
bizarrely, you are only quality and no quantity.
But bizarrely, you are also all the quantity.
Yeah.
Math is weird.
What have I become?
Fair.
Are you also drinking perpetuum?
No, I am drinking nothing.
Well, I'm drinking coffee that may or may not be 1/3 Jameson's.
Nice. It's a good way to drink coffee.
It's the only way to drink coffee because coffee is terrible.
You wash your mouth out with soap.
It'd be better than coffee.
Not
Or
terrible.
coriander. You wash your mouth out with soap or coriander, they both taste the same.
Better than coffee.
That's true. I'll give you that.
I've got
That's
a
bad.
bit of a relationship issue with coffee at the moment. However, I'm not going to go crazy and say that coffee is horrible because
I will. I don't care.
that's crazy talk.
I'm
Yeah.
ambivalent about coffee, but it does carry caffeine, which I am a fan of. So sometimes
It does. It is just simply a carrier. It's simply a carrier.
It's a carrier of caffeine. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Steve's
So-
full of comments right now.
Oh, Steve A is awesome. Yeah, I got a massive lecture donating blood last week about my coffee intake.
Oh, I'm sure.
She's like, how much water have you had to drink? And I said, by water, do you mean water or do you mean things filtered through coffee beans? Because the old thing used to be
It's
like,
mostly water.
how much liquid have you drunk? Not water. They changed the wording. Because I could always say, oh, I've had about a liter. You know, at 10 in the morning, I've already had about a liter of coffee.
Sure.
Coffee.
And they're like, no, specifically water. Oh, shit, I haven't had any of that all week.
I mean, coffee is still mostly water, right? Like,
I agree with Weddle 100% on the tea.
Yes.
Yeah, tea is obviously superior to coffee on multiple levels, but
So
again,
I would
I'm
have
gonna
to
go ahead-
disagree for at least most types of tea because it does not carry enough caffeine. But
Yeah,
that's, That's my main issue with it. Tea it tastes better, but it doesn't do the job that I need it to do.
Fair.
I think tea isn't functional like coffee for me. Tea is event.
Okay, so
and yeah, look, a good Russian caravan, Greg.
I still haven't had a smoky tea yet.
Just get a Russian caravan. I don't know. Like, you don't have the tea selections that the rest of the world has.
No, not even remotely.
No.
At the end of this, remind me. I'll actually do. No. I will do a tea run through the week and send you a whole heap of.
No. I believe you'll do it. I don't believe we'll remember to remind you.
Yeah, no. That's
I'll
just
remind
send him
Brad.
a link to this broadcast as a reminder.
Rewatch this whole thing. There's
Rewatch
something
this.
to remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to do something somewhere in this episode. Figure it
Timestamp
out.
5:48.
There you
this infinity bottle, guys, tastes like crap.
Nice.
The nose on it is really, really nice. But whatever's been in there, for some reason, I must have. No, I know I didn't specifically, but it's very. I'm getting not so much a sulfur note that you get in. Fuck, it's so hard to. It's literally like a burnt match, if you will.
Acrid.
The end is very oaky, burnt match. So like a very
all I've
dry
got is
bourbon note that you'd get from like a really high proof bourbon that has that super oaky finish. But the actual
That's depressing.
It's not good. It is depressing.
Mine still tastes like very, very smoked s'mores. It's good stuff.
That's the point right there. I've had some absolutely phenomenal Irish coffees, Spanish coffees, all kinds of fantastic coffees, but I've never had a phenomenal Irish tea.
So, just taking it back to Dan's infinity bottle. So if I remember correctly, he shared his infinity bottle with people. They said, "Holy shit, this Compass box is fucking amazing." Dan's like, "Right, just fucking pausing production of my infinity bottle. This shit is the fucking jam. I'm gonna save this bad boy for a moment when I can just enjoy it, like 100 episodes of Cast Strength. That shit'll never happen. It'll all be good." Goes to actually enjoy it and finds out it just had Talisker Dark Storm in it or some shit. It's just gone off cliff. Just whoomp.
Yeah, it didn't marry well, if you want to say that. Because obviously over time they're going to blend together. I don't know what the cutoff point is, where the maximum amount of interaction between those whiskeys and the blending and ceases to have an effect, if you will. But something happened.
Good evening,
Something
by the
happened.
way.
Good evening.
Hot toddies are awesome.
Yeah,
Negative.
hot toddies are great, but they're not. I'll be honest. The only time I've had a hot toddy is when it was like a medically required beverage. I've never thought like, oh, I'm gonna.
Sir, I would like to see the
Like I'm
script that was written
always-
for that.
Right.
I'm
Take
always
2 hot
feeling
toddies and call me in the morning.
a bit stuffy when I'm having a hot toddy.
I don't know if I've actually had tea in my hot toddy though.
What?
That's a real hot toddy. That's a
lemon,
legitimate
ginger.
British hot toddy right there.
Yep.
Hot water,
Lemon, ginger, honey, hot
whiskey,
water, whiskey.
lemon, honey. Done.
Yeah. The water's only there for volume, just so you're not slamming a shot. It's strictly there just to
To pretend that it's medical.
Exactly.
It's got minerals.
I'm definitely not just getting drunk. It's got water in it.
It's got what cold
Cheers,
crave.
I'm not the only one that has never had a hot toddy with tea.
with tea. Have you guys had a hot toddy with tea though? Oh, that's excellent. Oh, that's excellent. Man, so I'm gonna have to finish this after I've had something else. I'm giving up on it for now. I will come back to it. Disappointing. What's your infinity bottle? I would rate this whiskey a 4 out of a 10, possibly 3.8. My infinity bottle.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's disappointing because I remember that being very nice.
I have notes on it, and I remember tasting it on 3 different occasions. So, yeah, it's a warmed arm bag.
I
The
Oh.
fact that those images are just ready to go, you know something. There it is.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go with something cask strength because that seems to be an excellent theme all across the board today.
I mean, the show is called
Sure.
Cast Strength.
It would be on brand.
No, much like Volkswagen changed their name to Volkswagen, we are now cast strength because all of the strength is in the cast.
Oh, I thought you just meant we were like moltenized and poured into some sand. But
Oh, I mean, what was the thing? Ice is a rock, according
Yeah,
to geology.
yeah.
Therefore, we
Ice
are
is a
lava
rock.
monsters.
And water is lava.
Science.
water is lava.
Science.
So we are water. We are lava monsters.
We are lava
Yeah.
monsters.
Being technically correct.
It is.
So since
The
we're doing
best type
science,
of correct.
since we're
Yeah.
doing science, here's an accurate portrait of nature.
Sure. The void's concept
Where's-
of time is a little fuzzy, so
Where's the
nature
food
is a
pyramid?
very wide subject.
What was that, Jeremy?
Where's the food pyramid?
Oh, the food pyramid.
Yeah, I don't know who's like a predator, who's a carnivore.
There it is. There's
There
the
we
food
go.
pyramid.
Yikes. Very yikes. It's spreading. It's spreading beyond Jeremy at this
I'm
point.
leaving.
Scary.
Woo! Hey, James, thanks. Yeah, so everybody that's been congratulating us, thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks.
It's really fun. You guys make it worthwhile. It's basically just, for me, it's just like a super cathartic, necessary hangout at this point. Like, it is literally beneficial to my mental health, all jokes aside.
It's the weekly mental health break.
Wait, when mental health breaks? Yes, correct.
Listen, sometimes you got to break stuff to fix it.
That's really funny. I was just about to grab a Coloman, but I think that I'm still gonna wait for one person to be with me in person to pop that
Coloman.
cast strength I have open.
Oh.
And the Sinag is super good. Super
What the
good.
hell? What the hell's that Japanese art form where they take something broken and they mend it with gold?
Oh God, I don't remember it.
Fixing shit with gold, but only in Japanese.
Oh, that one. That's right. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Holy moly!
I can't remember what it's called either.
Patron, cheers, buddy.
Hey,
Jeffrey!
also, I
Cheers.
believe close happy birthday.
Also, Brad, just throw your glass up again for a second. Like now off to the side, like you had it before.
Cheers, Sarah.
You see that? It is
Sharing with the void.
whiskey.
Yeah, buddy.
You are right, Will.
And it's called kintsugi, which I'm probably mispronouncing.
Ah, thank you.
But
Thank you. That was driving me nuts.
if only we had Google, could solve those problems.
I don't have Google here.
You should. You should have everything. What do you mean you don't have Google?
Because of the
the void is
privacy
Google.
terms, I didn't agree.
Okay.
The void is Google, right?
No, I'm not. Don't put that on me.
Hey, Donald.
They're gonna
good to see you,
lawsuit me. I don't want that.
That's such a Google move, man.
Is that what you're drinking right now?
That's
Peter?
Pete's Infinity thing, I think.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you've got some nicer stuff for sure in your infinity bottle than mine. Sid, call me Sid. That's
No.
Sid.
I don't want to call them Sid. I want to call them Sid.
You can call him
Oh.
anything you want. Sid is
No. I want to call them Sid.
boom. That's your new
It's just
name. Sid.
vindictive, really. I don't know.
That's your new name, Sid.
So
Jeez.
rude.
Very rude.
Oh, this is so good. This is my favorite Carchus release, the Triple Wood Carchus.
The triple wood is tasty for sure.
My
yeah.
good God.
Oh my goodness, we have like a lot
Ugh.
of people here, don't we?
Oh,
So
yeah,
many
we've got-
people who turned up way too early because clearly they're just waiting for the After Dark episode. I don't know. Everyone who showed up, I don't know why you're here so early. You got
Time zones,
time to
man.
wait.
Time zones are tricky.
But you know, while you're here, might as well just drink with us, I guess.
Time zones are legitimately tricky, by the way. Like,
They
Stick
are,
around.
especially when parts of the world are
Stick
spooky,
around.
like adding or subtracting an hour randomly throughout the year. It's
right?
very
Absolutely throwing me.
Yeah.
So as you know, Daniel will be on later. But we do have young Rex.
great, sure.
Love that.
Also, isn't that Daniel Radcliffe's stunt double from Harry Potter?
No, he's crippled.
Oh
Like
my
legitimately, like that's not like some sort of like the original Harry, like Daniel Radcliffe stunt double got hurt in a stunt and got injured and was paralyzed. So now Daniel Radcliffe and him, they do like
How do
charity
you know
shit
this?
together.
I mean, how do you immediately know
that's a
random
thing.
fact about Daniel Radcliffe's stunt double?
Wow.
Maybe
You
I am
looked
a
it up
closet-
you looked it up because you thought it was Rex and you wanted to make sure that it wasn't.
Right.
I
sure.
might be a closet Potterhead. You don't know.
I'm a full on open Potterhead.
I'm a
out
massive fan.
Can
of
we stop
Potter.
saying Potterhead? It's bothering me.
Okay, everybody. So what's your house?
next stop Potterhead. Next stop Potterhead. Next stop Potterhead.
Dude,
Hey, are you an indica? A
You're gonna
sativa,
make dinosaurs
hybrid?
go
What kind of a Potterhead
extinct.
are you?
look what
Don't
you
make
did.
dinosaurs go extinct.
God damn you.
Just think of it this way,
Yikes.
Boyd. Those bastards were closely related to reptiles and the turtle mafia.
Oh.
James, is that a current bottling or is that like an older dram you've got there? Because I'm not too
Showing
familiar
off.
with yeah, which I love when you do, because if I was you, I'd be showing off every can.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, and it's an excellent way to showcase
Ooh.
the brand that you represent.
Centauri
you can't
Royal
represent a brand.
doesn't look like it's that expensive. Oh, depending on where you get it from.
Yes, Will.
So
Listen,
I'm
I'm just
getting-
reading messages at this point when I say Potterhead.
I mean, that
Sure.
you're right. You are.
Now I'm killing cats. Is that what's going on?
Wow.
You killed the corgi.
Shit.
What? Not the corgi. Oh, speaking of which, where is
Yep,
it?
yep, there they go. There
They're
they go.
gone.
Oh, wait,
You have made.
Dead.
hang on.
You have
That
destroyed
reminds
my
me of-
creation.
A buddy of mine was at a U2
Yeah.
show, and they're playing a song, and they stop all of a sudden, and Bono just starts going like this,
On this? On this?
Because he's full of himself.
and he says, "Every time I clap my hands, a child in Africa dies of starvation." And literally, you can actually hear it because there's video of it. Some guy goes, "Well, stop fucking clapping then."
Yikes.
And yeah, it was excellent.
Oh god.
But every time I say PH, I'm killing species. A blend of the three distilleries, slightly more premium, did celebrate a royal visit initially. Awesome,
Okay.
fantastic.
That sounds
So-
fun.
So okay. So James, it seems to be that there are multiple releases of Centauri Royal whiskey. Is it an old brand that had been revived at any point? Because an old name, I should say, because I am literally looking at sheep whiskey here. Because I could see like the more modern styled bottle, but then I found sheep whiskey.
That's fancy.
That is cool.
Relatively fancy.
Yeah, is that from a really cool decanter, James? Or
Sheep. Sheep. You said sheep.
Yes.
I thought you said chic. And I
No,
was confused.
no.
Like
the
iron
The UAE has no involvement in this.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that you know of. Come on.
Also true.
Yeah. Okay.
It isn't that at all, he says. That's a pretty crazy decanter.
And then the question
that was probably specifically given to the royalty that came.
The question is then, like, I know what it'll
visit.
be. It'll be this one. But my question is why aren't you drinking whiskey from a sheep then, James?
Hey, should.
That's not how you milk sheep.
It's not how you milk sheep, sir.
Oh my God, Floki just took a whole weird turn.
I really got to get my other bottle of Floki. It's sitting like 40 minutes away.
Oh no!
Gotta go get it.
Is it at Graham's?
We're playing the game. Where's Brad's whiskey?
Don't play that game. I don't like that game at all. That's a bad game.
That's an after dark question, Puffs and Dreams. After dark.
All right, I am switching to some Black Art 6.1.
Nice.
Going a little bit
picked up on that
fancy
one,
tonight for the 100th
That was
episode.
nice. Circle of trust.
The tetrahedron of pain? Is that what you mean?
James.
It's fair, James. I am also from New Brunswick. That's very fair.
I mean, I just gave
I'm not
the
from
dog
New Brunswick, but I can confirm.
I didn't give the dog whiskey. I gave
You got enough Newfies in your family. You're East Coast. You're plenty East Coast enough to know what's going on over there.
I mean, I'm not from New Brunswick, but I come from a place with "new" in the name.
Apparently,
Oh.
Sarah doesn't like Floki.
No,
No,
well, I don't imagine that she's not.
Sarah
a big
doesn't
fan
know
of
if
meat.
she likes Floki because
She will
Vito
not
tried
try.
to force it on her in a
Everyone has tried
Very
forcing it on
ineffectively.
her, and she will not have it out of
yeah, she
principle.
refuses.
And then people keep trying to trick her, but can't keep a straight
It's
face.
so tasty.
Well, if I'm correct,
Okay.
Sarah, you don't enjoy peat.
She doesn't.
And
She'll
But it's
put
not
that-
to
peated.
be honest,
It's
I
It's,
I
not-
really
it's
like
smoky,
it.
but it's not
super
peated.
smoky.
It's sharded, not peated.
It's,
Yeah.
it's I wouldn't even call it
Basically.
smoky. Like honestly, I wouldn't even call it smoky.
Oh, I
It's
found
hay.
it. I
It's-
found
Yeah,
it.
it's a barnyard. It's a barnyard. It's earthy.
It's earthy, but it's not peaty and it's not smoky. It's all its own kind of thing. Smells
For
like
you,
literally.
for you. For me,
It
it's
smells like a barnyard, so kind of.
Yeah, I mean, not
But
wrong.
so does their regular one that's not smoked with sheep shit. So like I don't know what that
Smells like-
smell comes from, but it's definitely barnyard-esque.
I mean, you drive around here in the summer, all you smell is cow shit, and it's kind
Yeah.
of pleasant.
okay.
I mean-
So maybe are we? Will are we trying? Are we? Is this like one of your personal crusades to try and get her on to some Floki? 'Cause-
Dan's behind in the comments again.
Am I?
Yeah,
Fine.
it's all good, man. If you watched the Whiskey Crusaders from time to time,
Thanks, cheers,
and
buddy.
supported an awesome channel every now and then. Shout out to Whiskey Crusaders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The masters of the pocket bacon.
Oh, that was a pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
See?
so disappointed that I've not yet had Will's pocket drools.
I'm sure it will happen at some point.
Yep.
Oh no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want.
Thank you, Sid.
And yeah, it does. It's very, very barny. Again, like
Oh, yeah.
if you ever spent time in a barn, you'll know without a shadow of a doubt, it is super duper barn.
I wouldn't say that it hasn't been cleaned in 5 months. It smells relatively fresh hay.
Yeah, it smells like a clean barn. Like
Good.
it's not necessarily I didn't get much
Ooh.
dung, to be completely honest, in it, as you wouldn't after the process. But yeah, it was. I like it because it's so unique. I actually genuinely like it.
Bacon.
So here's the thing, right?
Bacon.
We need to.
I'm not thinking about that bacon.
He's behind again.
Damn bacon.
We need to combine Weddle and Sarah and Will to combine and make pocket lamb bacon.
I think that's the definition of heaven. right there.
Specifically pocket though. Like if
Pocket,
it's not
land
pocket,
bacon.
then
I'm gonna say this though. You better line that pocket with some like Gore-Tex or something, because the amount of fat coming off of that shit is going to soak through.
Oh
Right. No doubt.
yeah. Don't go near any flames. You will light the fuck up.
Or do. It'll be interesting.
I mean, sure.
Just thinking. Just
Uh-oh.
thinking.
It hurts. It hurts
That's-
me.
That's
If,
not.
if I make a
Uh-oh.
Tyvek bacon pocket insert to protect your pockets from bacon grease,
It's a good idea.
market that shit on pointlesswhiskeybullshit.com
I mean, yeah,
and just call them pocket protectors, because that's literally what they are.
absolutely. Or are they bacon protectors? They're actually protecting the bacon, not your pocket.
Oh, this is true. Bacon protector. Oh no, they're protecting the bacon from the pocket, so they're still like
No. You market it as a bacon
Oh.
protector.
bacon protector.
Because who the fuck cares about pockets?
Yeah.
I mean, speaking as a woman, I really care about pockets.
But you care about
I
bacon
care
more,
a
and you
lot
know
about
it.
pockets.
I'd like more pockets, please.
I
More pockets
desperately
is
need
always
pockets.
good.
There's a
less
girl I
pockets
know-
is no good.
There is a girl I know who has put pockets in just about every single dress she owns. And
Nice.
every time she goes into her pockets, you will inevitably hear, "Oh my god, it's so cute and it's got pockets." She's like, "Yeah, I just learned to sew."
Yeah, no, that
Pockets, pockets are one of the most useful items ever invented.
and they
Here.
took them away from the.
They started
Just
with the
one
women
more.
too. Like that's
And
the
they
weird
took
thing.
them away from the women.
They literally, that's where they started, was with the women.
Yep.
And then men are like, "No, these are ours now."
Yeah,
Right.
and then they're like,
Those are too useful. Give those to us.
they made the pockets smaller and smaller and smaller until they disappeared. Because then we had to carry bags. Fuck bags.
Fuck.
I love bags, but also fuck bags.
I mean, I can, in my jeans pocket, I can fit a 2-liter bottle of Coke
I can, yeah.
and a bottle of Jack Daniels and my car keys and my wallet.
In
I've
my
got
back
4
pocket,
side pockets in my pants. Right, I have like 20 pounds worth of stuff in my pockets, probably.
Literally, I have a pair of jeans that I can stick my fingers about that deep into the pocket, and that's it.
That's a shit.
I would lose my mind. I would rip those
Yeah, I
jeans
wouldn't be able
into
to
a million
function.
pieces.
How could you put any bacon in those pockets?
You can't!
It needs to be stiff so it can actually extend the pocket deep enough to hold bacon.
Are we talking about James's comment? Because if the bacon is stiff to extend your pocket, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh, the protector.
Oh. Okay.
Now I want hot pockets.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Man, I am digging this. Fucking love this whiskey.
Man, I was never that ripped.
That's oh god, that's weird contortion stuff there. Then
Whoops, pocket mask. Whoops. There we go. Sorry, I was clicking off.
Pocket.
I'm not even touching this
Pockets,
anymore.
man. Let's not get political now.
Hey Tom, cheers.
Cheers, Tom.
Woo! Oh, I do
Okay.
want to ask James on the topic of Carchus. Is there any heads up on what the next Carchus release will be, or is that
It's gonna
way
be
too early?
Quad triple wood just to make you, gooey
Quad
inside.
triple wood.
Like there's wet bacon in your pants, but you have no pockets. That's what he's aiming for. Quad triple wood.
It's going to be pocket bacon original cast strength with pocket
It's-
bacon.
Oh no. I know.
The only reason he watches this channel is to scoop up fantastic marketing ideas and then transfer them right over to Beam Centauri.
I just happen to say right now, this is how I feel from all of this talk about pockets and bacon.
I don't understand what that is.
Good, because I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I do. It's all
Can
good.
eat
Also, just
tea?
exclusive. I know James won't mind. This is the name of the next one. Whoa, wood. Whoa! Would.
No.
Ooh, I like
Come
big
back.
news. That's one of my
I like
favorite
hearing that.
clutch
Right,
songs.
whatever.
I've just
Is
got
that
an image
Nicolas
of like
Cage in
someone
E.T.?
burning golf clubs.
Is
Yeah.
that Nicolas Cage? God damn it! Is that
Um,
Nicolas Cage?
On the
None of your
EP, I
none
think
of
so.
your- None of your business.
Ooh. Some
Ooh.
butter. Tasty.
Also,
It definitely looks like Nicolas Cage's eyes.
it is Nicolas Cage's.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You're not
Yeah.
getting it through your-
Don't you tease me with that, James. Don't you
Excellent.
tease
Yeah.
me.
No. He is not lying. He has like a carton, a 6-pack coming to Canada just for him. But it is actually coming to Canada.
I will show up at James's house.
The 10 cast
Like
strength.
that meme at the fed. Let me in. I need the cask strength of Frank 10.
That was a whiskey that. Oh, fantastic! See, that's amazing.
Very nice.
The 10-year-old cast
He's-
strength.
He's
one of the
confirming.
whiskeys
He
that
confirmed that he
made
purchased
me
it for
realize
himself.
how limited we were in Ontario because I had seen it, obviously on the tribe and stuff. And then I got to try some. I can't remember who had it. I think it was James, actually, that had some. But I was like, oh, this must be like a super unique, yearly release, like a Carchus type of thing, this cast strength 10-year release. And then you go on the internet and you see just rows of it in so many stores down there in the States. You guys have it all the time. It's a regular option. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Why don't we get it up here? And that was one of the sparks that turned into the raging fire of my hatred for where I am.
Nice.
Fantastic.
That is very good news.
Jesus Christ. That was an accident.
Oh, it was. I saw nothing.
No, I saw.
Dan's messing with the comments again. The problem is,
No, I saw it. I was just
Dan-
trying to be supportive.
what's brilliant is Dan reads the comments and he can't see what's going on the screen at the same time.
The Void's got my back one friggin' time, and you had
Yeah.
to fucking ruin it.
They shat all over it, man.
Shat
Yeah.
all over it.
Chateau? Wait, there's a chateau involved?
All right.
And we lost Dan.
Got him.
100 episodes of this nonsense, and people are still watching.
We broke Hayes at the 30-minute mark. Nice.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you just wait till he goes and watches this back and he realizes the very first word on the 100th episode is Hayes going, fuck.
What he's going to do later on for, I think, a full minute or two before he actually realizes that it's live.
oh yeah, absolutely. No, if you hadn't have said
And he's
welcome
doing his
to
dance. Don't forget his dance.
Zigzagging. Zigzagging.
He's zagging. You don't know what I'm going to do. You don't know what
that was a preview. I was really doing that on purpose so people could be
Sure.
intrigued about later this evening's
Good
proceedings.
job.
Good job. Good job.
Good job.
Good. Success. Massive success.
Covered that
Look,
one up.
I've heard nothing but really good things about Alberta Premium. It does depend on what batch you got. So the silica packaging is really good. The PTFE packaging not so crash on.
So I'm not gonna lie. When I first read that, when you put that up on the screen, I read Alberta Premium.
So it's a very special release.
Is that the cast strength Kilco, or is it a standard? Because the standard bottling of Alberta Premium, I am
Dude,
really not a fan
not
of
great.
at all in any capacity.
Is
But
it the
I
plastic bottle or the
really-
glass bottle? That's
Really
what makes-
enjoyed the cask strength. I really do. It is definitely in my top rise of all time. And I am, you can't help but consider the price in there. There's a lot of times I don't, because It's not one of those things when I'm just looking purely at the whiskey itself. But you really can't help but take into consideration the price on that one, and it is like so reasonable for a whiskey of that caliber. But we're getting too
You know
serious. We're
I
getting way
like this James. I like this James guy more and more.
James is a good guy.
He is.
It's in the cask strength. There you go.
Yeah, so you'll enjoy that one.
Nice.
If
Yeah,
you-
that's
if you
a tasty one.
If you like rye, it's great. I don't know if you have the batch 1. I think is like 65.1%. Batch 2 is 66%. I think off the top of my head, but you'll enjoy it. That's a good rye. No complaints from me, that's for sure. I've thoroughly enjoyed it every time I've had some.
Ditto.
I have not had any.
I have a little sample left.
It's-
I think.
I think, and I always say this, I think that's the one that hopefully maybe, and again, I have no idea in actual numbers, but that's one that should hopefully make it down to the States on a production level sometime, maybe, hopefully. But yeah. Silence.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I love when it
go to
just
another
becomes
screen.
quiet, and I
Yeah.
can just sit here comfortably
What's-
and wait.
What's
for the
everyone
next person
drinking
to
at
say
home? What's everyone drinking at home? We haven't had a sound off on what y'all have in your glasses at home.
Actually, you know what we haven't done, and it's one of Dan's jobs, but it was too busy, grooving and dancing and jigging left and jigging right. So, shout out to Greg, Steve A, Sid with a Y, because I'm a hateful person.
It's just vindictive. Just vindictive at this point.
Shit.
And Henderson, Mr. The Weddle, Mr. Patron. Will and Sarah, obviously. We've give them shout outs already. Puffs and Drams, Kilco, Peter White. Hey, no, he's been on before. My brain works good. Of course, Joseph Van Name. So it's a very strong Dutch name there, right? Van Name.
Gotta watch out for those vans, man.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. They're trouble.
They are. And just don't trust anyone with 2 first names or 2 last names.
Or 4 initials.
Oh, yeah, they're the worst.
Is this
And
like
then other people
making
that
batches of like 6 million, so everybody can get some? Tell me about that one, Steve.
Oh,
Obtainium light whiskey.
Yeah, it's the 2 words after that I'm concerned about. Hazmat.
Hazmat. So very high
So
proof.
hazmat, I
70
believe-
plus.
70%.
Yeah,
70%
70
plus.
plus.
Yeah. It's only called hazmat because once it's over 70%, it enters into dangerous goods shipping realm. So it's misnomeriously called hazmat, where it's just dangerous goods whiskey.
I've only
I can't believe anything that comes out of anyone's mouth today. I'm sorry.
I was actually being legit.
It,
No,
it-
that
it
is
becomes problematic
hazmat.
with air pressure changes, I think, is sort of part of
hazmat
the
is
problem. with
genuinely
shipping.
that is 70% or more is called hazmat.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
they call it.
Okay.
Both hazmats I've had have been in George T. Stagg. Because they get that other 71, but can't bring it on an airplane. That's awesome. Tell me
Yes,
a
you
little bit
can.
more about that
Anyway.
whiskey.
I mean,
Where's
can.
that from, Steve?
Should you? Depends on the.
You're not allowed to. You're not allowed
the
to have
details.
it in your checked luggage. Got to be carry on, and then they can refuse depending on what they've already got on there.
Yeah, it becomes tricky as the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's time to switch whiskeys and bring out the fancy Ardbeg glass.
No.
Well, we know it's not Dark
Some-
Cove.
Renaissance.
Oh.
No, it's not dark. Christina, why do you got to make me sad while I'm pouring Ardbeg? Jeez.
Hey, I mean, you're pouring Renaissance. Come on. That should not make you sad.
Yeah, it's
It
super
doesn't
tasty.
make me sad. I'm pouring
Renaissance
extra
is
just
very,
because you
very
made me sad.
Good coping mechanism. I approve.
Approved. Coping mechanism approved.
Oh man, this is good. Renaissance is super tasty.
Oh, it's so
Mhm.
good. So meaty.
I kind of want some now.
Do it.
So when are you going to go and be a rep for Ardbeg, James? Or is that part of the?
And if you figure out how to do that, let me know. Because
Isn't there like an Ardbeg headquarters in New York anyway?
I think that's the only local.
Embassy.
Yeah,
That's the embassy, the word.
yeah. I think that's the only local embassy to us is in New York City. And fuck New York City.
The closest one to me is
Um,
Toronto. So
Yeah, and hopefully they can keep things going there because I know it's been a really hard time,
hopefully.
super hard time. But the Caledonian, what an absolute gem, Both because it's a wicked, awesome spot to get a bunch of fantastic scotch, but just the memories, like those couple meets we had there and whatnot, and good times at the Caledonian.
It's true. And he is a good
yeah.
dude too.
Bri-
Bri is
yeah,
a fun
Bry's
guy.
awesome. Bry is super fun guy, really awesome. I mean, you have to be or like to be, a good brand rep. But every brand rep I've met has been super awesome. And I know again, it's the job, but yeah. Bry
Yeah, I'd
is
never
awesome.
make it as a brand rep. That'd be terrible for me.
That countdown is a little ominous, but okay.
And
that's
it's really
just the Void.
jumping, but
He
the
just-
time is
The void doesn't really have time, so
Fair.
also my nearest Ardbeg embassy is 2,030.5 kilometers away.
oh, that's piddly squat.
It's just
Yeah.
down the road, really. I mean,
It is down the road. It's just
Yeah,
a 24
that's-
hour drive.
I mean,
Technically,
so
it is
mine's
a road.
just down the road. It's like, I don't know, 5.5 hours probably, like from my driveway to the Caledonian.
But Jeremy's got a nicer drive. The scenery's better.
That's true.
You joking?
The 401 from Ottawa to Toronto is the world's fucking shittiest scenery.
At least it's easy for me
It
because
is
I
easy.
don't really have to pay that much attention.
The problem with
yeah,
that
you
is
lucky bastard.
like there is a stretch of like 6 or 7 hours where is fucking nothing but like half deserty shit going on. Dan would just be at the window going, "This is the best fucking view ever." There's a dead lizard on the road. Fuck yeah! Like, oh my god, look at the size of that wedge-tailed eagle, and I'd be just like, "Fucking shut up, Dan,
Oh,
man."
fucking wedge tail. Imagine.
Dan doesn't have like 4-year-old child energy. I don't know what
Tail
you're
in
talking
the
about.
wild. I'd
Crazy.
fucking lose. Yeah. Now I'm all just pumped. I want to see a wedge-tailed eagle in the wild.
See what happened there, folks. Looking at home is Dan's 4-year-old energy sucked up all of the internet, and he just froze. So we didn't get to see like the bubbly, overexcited Dan who has like
Hey.
sparking energy and shit going on.
If I don't do that,
It's a safety mechanism. If you see the full Dan energy, the whole thing just crashes. So
He's like a frill-neck lizard, right?
Yeah.
Like a plasma aura just starts to emanate around him, just like.
I walked
It
into the
vibrates
room.
and actually cause seizures, so you're very, very lucky.
I like animals, okay? But yeah, that absolutely is 100% accurate. I would be when I'm in, like when I leave the boreal forest and I'm in another type of general habitat. I'm doing that anyways. Much less another continent. Much less something as unique as Australia, which is certainly.
So that's La Quinta. I legit, being a semi-car person, read that as 4424S Mopar.
I did what? I thought that
Nope.
was about a car engine for a moment.
Yeah, no, that's about that's
That's
about
442. I'm like 442 S. What's going on here? Oh, no, that doesn't say Mopar.
that is the La
That is-
Quinta in
La
Austin.
Quinta. Yeah.
La Quinta. La Quinta.
Yeah, a hotel that I don't know, probably sat on the fence wondering whether they were really happy that they got all of that business or whether they were like really concerned over what's going on now.
Dude,
Like,
all I'm gonna say is the time we checked in there, the person came out from behind the counter in bare feet, so I don't think they cared
Yes.
too much.
Fair.
That
Fair
did
enough.
happen. That did happen.
oh, that is fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, that's wicked.
I have a vague memory of a drunk Ed sitting outside of the La Quinta yelling at one of the employees randomly about towels.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, that was the other thing. So I remember because for those of us that weren't able to attend, I just had because at least one out of my dozen friends in the tribe was live streaming at some different point. Like Vito, all of a sudden his phone would be on and like you'd hear what's going on. People are yelling and screaming. Josh would stream after Vito's phone would go off. So like we had a constant idea of what was randomly going on. Someone left their phone streaming on a table for about 2 hours. I can't remember who that was, but I saw like everybody. I was like, hey, nope, they can't hear me. That's not how it works, guys.
That's not how that works.
Not really how that works.
But yeah,
Again, 4-year-old.
Even the tribe had those cameras set up in like the YouTubers
yep.
green zone and shit.
Yeah.
And you just be sitting there like going like, wait, oh my god, that's in the flesh.
Yeah, I saw everybody walking by those too. There, it was in that that one little area where the camera was set up.
And then you'd be like, oh my god, like that's Sarah. Come over and say hi. And it can't fucking hear you.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
That was a good pop.
Yeah, no, this bottle does pop really well.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a good call.
Oh,
I went back to the Perpetuum.
That's not true. I heard someone yak.
yeah. I think year 2 was.
I think year 2 was worse than year 1.
For drinking. Yeah, year
Yeah.
1 was heat wave, right?
Year 1 was the heat
year
wave.
one,
Yeah.
Never have I ever found the rocks of Engelbrecht common area the best thing in the world.
That seemed to be a popular choice. Yeah. Just people laying on the floor in there.
For those who could get to Engelbrecht, yes, that was a very popular spot for.
I mean, are they so well planned that they have underfloor cooling for drunk people?
Yeah.
Because that seems like it should be a thing, right? Like
That would be cool. That would be
That's next level right there.
yeah.
That is next level.
That is. Yeah. I love a nice cold floor.
okay. If Pete Wave is a reference to a euphemism for chunder or yakking, that is fan-fucking-tastic.
Heat wave.
We're having a Pete wave, a tropical beat wave.
Oh. Ooh,
Okay, so-
you are a real nice guy. James.
Not the Lefroy.
I'm just going to go the Bemore 17. Because
Wait,
that is...
James,
No.
is the Bemore 17 White Sands with the seagulls on the label? If it is, go for the seagulls because they're a very fantastic bird that's underestimated and underrated.
Dude,
by-
I saw a seagull
Sky
eat a
rats.
fucking pigeon in the UK once. Fuck seagulls.
Sky rats.
hey.
Like the pigeons we had here.
Barring that, you could probably slum it and go for like the Lefroy 28.
Slum it. Just slum it.
I mean, it's Lefroy, so yes, slumming it.
Oh,
harsh.
So
word.
after the Vaults April Fool's thing, I just want to see Emma and Nessie just Lefroy VR bag
That would be funny.
Freaking lineup, just like top trumps, but lineup way. Like, you know,
What's that?
What I would see happening is that Em and I would like face off, like we're gonna fight, fist bump, and then go beat the hell out of Rex.
Yeah.
I'll have a word because now I just want to. I legit a panel of 5, right, and just debate team style, right? So Emma, Nessie, Emma, that Emma picks the first drink, explains why. You pick your counter to that part of the range, explain why. The panel decides 3 rounds, ultimate winner of who is the best peated whiskey.
And
It
then
would have
everyone
to be-
just goes and beats up Rex.
It would have
And
to
then they
be
fist bump
blind
the beat.
tasting for the judges, though. Like it would
Yeah,
have to be
yeah.
blind tasting for the judges because, like, the fact that Daniel
No.
can't tell the difference between Lefroy Glore and Ardbeg Dark Cove.
Well, no, I don't think you should blind test it if it's a debate, right?
No, it should be blind tested. It
half
should
of
be
it-
blind tested.
half of it is the story behind the whiskey. And if you're sitting there with a sword, basically threatening people with death, that advantage is kind of worked away when there's blind testing.
Sure, you have to be able to intimidate the other person. Otherwise, what's the
I
point
mean,
of a
I'm
debate,
not-
really?
Give me a sharp object and somebody to point it at. I am not going to say no.
And this
Sure.
is why she doesn't
It's
work. in a
accurate.
You're
place-
I've seen that firsthand. That is an accurate statement.
Oh, nice.
You have seen that firsthand.
So for those playing at home, the Glen Garrock,
Geary. Glenn
Geary?
Geary.
Glengarry, Scottish people and their weird ass words.
Gaelic is weird.
Yeah, I want to ask about that Glen Geary. Is that a standard bottling available at the LCBO type of a deal? I'm not familiar with it. And also, is Deanston under your umbrella, James? I can't remember. Pardon me. Oh no, I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I'm all for that. I'll give you my address later. Brad has my address. Everyone on this channel has my
Me
address.
too.
Oh.
I don't remember what it is, but as soon as I start saying it, I'm sure it will just leak out of my brain at this point as an automatic response.
It has definitely become Pavlovian.
Yeah.
He starts counting like 1, 2, 3, gets to my street address and just rattles it off, and then continues counting.
Makes bouncing a checkbook hell.
Steve, there's no need. I assure you that she is in no need or requirement of a good knife.
I actually have.
I got one here.
Have a knife in Texas unless somebody moved. That's just sitting there waiting for me.
I've got one here. Do you want me to
Like,
just
she's
bring
got
this one?
stabbing implements in every state. Okay,
Right.
every state.
Stashes.
It doesn't matter if you pat her down because she's gonna go to the bathroom and come back with a knife.
Brad has whiskey all over the United States. Christina has blades. It's fine. Don't worry about
She is also like, it seems like you brought a gun to a knife fight and always fucking leaves the room with the other person dead.
Mhm.
It's always a knife fight. The person with the gun just doesn't know it yet.
Right.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And that's a smart. That's a smart. You're on the right track, Steve. That's the right route to take. That is the right route to take.
If you are more giving,
I remember that now.
If they're a
James.
knife, you're less likely to receive a knife from. Smart.
Lie. Not a lie.
Okay, yeah, there we go. I missed that. I'm not shocked.
No,
I
not-
bet you missed
not
it. And
sure.
I even posted it up and everything. I'm such a douche.
sheesh.
Oh. But okay, so on that whole thing, right? Like the LCBO has some good points and some bad points, right? Because obviously it means that you're less likely to be freaking price gouged, but you do cop shitty prices on some things. Then you miss out on a whole heap of fucking great shit.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely upsides. I recently had the not an argument, discussion on one of the pages, and there's definitely because this person, I kind of got the impression that maybe they or their spouse or someone very close to them may have worked for the LCBO, and I was touching a nerve. So I wanted to clarify. I said it's not that I'm dead set against the LCBO and I want them to end at all costs, and I would prefer them to simply change, because there's a ton of benefits. And just looking at it on its face, the locations, there's already all these brick and mortar stores. They already have distribution. They already have this gigantic corporation set up. So that's a massive benefit. I would just like to see maybe a little more variety. There's obviously a lot of working parts. They can't cater to all the whiskey people when they have all of the wine and beer people spending so much money. It's a business. They don't really give a shit about the people that are, taking up X amount.
I get the impression it's a bit like the Ever Given, like it's a massive ass shit, and it's very, very hard to change directions. And if it gets stuck in a mindset, it takes freaking ages to move
basically, out. And we're us are the excavators and the dredgers just trying to get that ship to move. But I don't think we're going to be as successful as the folks were at the canal.
Probably not.
This metaphor is past.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, New Whiskey Order. Go. New Whiskey Order is definitely a fun group. Awesome guys. The admins there are wicked guys. And that's a good group for sure. Yeah, James, that's it. That's it. And obviously it's something that can be explored, because on the wine and beer front, and I know they're classified as such a different thing than the spirits with 40% or more.
Smart kid, Sarah. Smart kid.
But yes.
Just to derail it, we need to have a catch up online again.
Yes.
Sarah,
I
I think I've said this to you before regarding probably a Lego project or something on Facebook, but I'm gonna say it again. You've done it. You've done you can retire parenting now. Just pretty much make sure they're fed and all that. You don't really need to worry about the raising part, because you've clearly done it. So cheers, smart kid.
But back onto to the other. Look, I find it really, 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 really interesting, because I'm a weird ass fucking nerd. The business structure that exists around many of the areas, and how liquors are distributed and all of that. And there isn't a perfect way, because every region has its own issues. And I think LCBOs are great when there is an inability for supply to happen evenly, and privatization or complete capitalism would just ruin a good business model for everyone else, right? So having a big, massive controlling entity dictating that is fine to a point, and it sounds very much like you've hit that point where the LCBO can use some competition to freshen shit up, right? And I don't know how quickly that would happen government-wise, because they would be a fuck ton hesitant to open that shit up, right?
Very hesitant.
Yeah.
Right? Because it is worth an absolute metric buck ton of money for them.
Oh, yeah.
Billions.
That money goes back into government stuff and projects and stuff. So yeah.
About two and a half billion in the area of two and a half bill, sometimes closer to 3, sometimes a little closer to 2.
Right. So you don't want to kind of erode that income stream, because obviously the moment you erode that income stream, services somewhere have to suffer.
Of course, absolutely.
Right?
No, that's not true. I live in America.
I haven't seen any. Just to quickly throw it out there.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those in a while.
Would love to see more.
I think I've got some lipstick somewhere. I can throw some on and join you.
Oh, fuck.
Good Lord.
That would be pretty funny. But we don't want to step on Ed. I imagine he's probably streaming by now.
Well, Ed,
no, Ed's not streaming yet. I checked.
Okay. Sure, yeah, right. Anyway,
Wow,
so
that
what?
went by fast today.
2 hours. Come back here and see Daniel Whittington joining us, since he's
Yep.
been doing the rounds on all the Whiskey Tube channels.
And
And-
before
He's finally slumming it enough to join us.
before we kick off, there is some homework for everyone for that After Dark stream. So, there you go. No Ed tonight. We will
okay.
still take
Easy
a break. Make sure that you bring some pen and paper. There's going to be some super freaking interesting things that you will want to take note of.
Well, I mean, listen. I'm just gonna say this. It's Daniel Whittington. People are gonna want to have questions. There's gonna be. Have I ever seen him on a YouTube channel not spouting out a ton of useful information? Nope.
It's true.
So yeah, bring a thing. Bring at least 3 whiskeys. You want to bring at least 3 whiskeys. If you can't, 2 is fine. So you want to have those there at least, and obviously for everything, stay safe, have hydration there, and everything like that. It may be a long one, it may be a short one. We don't know yet.
It's going to be fun, though, either way.
I assure that it will be worth it. So tell your friends, bring your friends. I'll be watching along because I don't think I'll be able to make it on the screen, but it'll be a fun time. Come have a drink.
Yep.
And
he says that, but apparently he'll be jigging and jiving.
No zigzagging.
yeah, but the folks at home won't be able to see me. Just you guys in the
Dude,
Well, just understand that if you do that, we have the button to put you on the screen.
I'll drop down so quick.
Don't let that fool you, James. It's still before 12 o'clock.
Dan, literally just the producers can see you. People who don't have producer power can't see you.
Oh, you can't
No.
see me?
No one will be able to see you
down and below?
except the people that have access to put you on the screen when that starts to happen.
So the people that can do this are the only people that will be able to see you. Comprende?
Fair. That's not. Damn it.
No, it's great because I can do this.
Brad's good enough. Brad, getting a reaction out of Brad is excellent too. But
Good luck with that.
Yeah, because Brad's
Hey,
just.
I'll take that. Luck.
Dan, don't tip the hat too much. We've done a lot of work.
We've done a lot of work. I don't know, Jeremy, if that's true.
I didn't
What's
say
the definition of work?
I add that to something that could just be like over our lifetime. We've done a lot of work.
Sure.
And on that note,
Thanks, James.
Yeah. So to all you guys watching at home, thank you very much. It's awesome hanging out with you guys. Basically, just a bunch of friends hanging out. We always have a blast.